I got the pleasure of sitting here with a 1-0 coach, Coach Bailey Blanchard, who got out to a great start, Coach, to get out of the box and start this season off 1-0 with a victory over Southeastern 7-0. Coach, that had to make you feel good as a coach to get that quote-unquote monkey off your back and to start out the season, but more importantly for your staff and your guys and these guys in this locker room for Glencoe High School to be 1-0. Just take us back to last Friday night, Coach, and how that all transpired.
Oh, absolutely. Always excited to go 1-0. That's why I told the team I don't care if it's 2-0, 7-0, or 40-0. You know, we'll take a win however we can get it. That's the goal, is to go 1-0. And guys played hard, man. They gave great effort. Couldn't be upset about their effort at all. They were fired up, ready to play. We had a great crowd. Our fans, they came and they showed out. Our student section, our cheerleaders, our band did a phenomenal job. You know, it was a great home field advantage. Got to give credit to Coach Bird and Southeastern over there. They came on here and they battled. They played their tails off, and they got a really good football team. And I look forward to watching them and supporting them throughout the year. And I know that they're going to be another playoff team, and I think they'll make a deep run. He had his guys ready to play. And, you know, I could just shout out a few of his players: 13-1, 5, 74, I think 34, 60. Them guys right there, man, they had a motor on them, and they were ready to play. And they were a very physical football team. I think that we did a good job of being physical back, and then we made a play when we needed to. Got to clean up some stuff, the first game jitters. Got to clean up the penalties and stuff like that. But overall, for me, man, it was awesome to get that first win. It's you know, it was nerve-wracking being the first game of my career, but I was very excited. And you know, when the scoreboard hit 0 and we got victory formation, I got to breathe a little bit, and very thankful and blessed at all the support that I got throughout the week and leading up to it. And you know, it's a great feeling. It was a very great feeling, and proud of my coaches. They did a phenomenal job getting these guys ready. Proud of the players, and then. You know, also we got a cool little accomplishment this week. We got the Muscle Team of the Week. Our defensive line.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
The Muscle Team of the Week for the Grub Mart.
That's good.
You know, John Holder texted me the other day, and it's just a real honor for them as well.
That's right. You got to see him Gridiron Coach of the Week too. So that's a lot of positive things happening all at once here. But one thing I wanted to definitely touch back on. You briefly ran over it, but I want to dive back into something you touched on. For your guys to answer the bell, that physicality in a first game like that, when, you know, a lot of teams, I've seen Southeastern, you know, they've been to the second round of the playoffs 3 consecutive years.
Absolutely.
I've seen them make teams tap out. For your guys to answer that bell, how proud of you, of those guys, were you to see them answer the bell when things started getting physical?
Oh, very proud. You know, I told you that the Southeasterns, those guys that I mentioned, I think a lot of them are seniors on Southeastern, so they played a lot of football for Coach Bird. They had a lot of experience, and they were ready to play. You know, for our guys to go out there and answer that bell and be physical and just kind of get our new identity. I think people got to see kind of the new identity of Glencoe and what they're going to be about. And Coach Terry did a phenomenal job getting the defense ready. They played a heck of a game. Defense played great, and they were flying around with the football. People were rallying to the football. We had a few chances that we wish we talked about, that we had about 3 or 4 times we probably could have had a pick here or there, and we got to capitalize on that going forward. Offensively, just it's a new system, and we're still trying to work out the kinks for that. Going from what we did last year to this year, there's going to be some growing pains, and we got to come in here and watch film. And everybody always says you're better from your first game to your second game, so we hope that's the case. And but very proud of the guys for their physicality, and I think, and you know this. Weight room helps that.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
I think we did a great job over the summer of getting these guys ready, and the coaches were here every day getting them fired up, ready to work out. And so I think that our guys were from the workouts, they gained that confidence from being stronger.
No doubt, 100%. That weight room is the telling factor with not only injuries. Obviously, it helps with injuries. That's scientific fact.
Absolutely.
But to me, a mindset of, hey, we can do it in there. It's us against us. We can overcome anything. So I agree wholeheartedly with you on that. No time to celebrate because now you're, without question, going up against a guy you've looked up to for many years. 5-time state champion. He's on the Mount Rushmore of a lot of guys as far as the greatest coaches in the history of the state of Alabama. But you got Steve Smith and Westbrook rolling in, and Coach has been there for a while. He's got his system implemented. They've been crushing it in the weight room. Very, very big challenge for you guys, but also at the same time, it's a very big opportunity for you guys. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Oh yeah, it's really cool. That's why I got to tell people my first region game I get to go against my old head coach. I think that's a really cool opportunity, a really cool thing. He texted me this week. He put me and his son Sean and Taylor Hayes. We all stay close throughout this. Taylor's coaching at Jacksonville. Sean's coaching over there with him, so that's really neat. And we're just, they're my family, and. They text me and he joked with us and said good luck to Taylor, but not good luck to Bailey this week. So we get to kind of throw those jabs at each other. But like I told you last week, when we get on the field, it's going to be a battle and it's going to be competitive. And he wants to compete and I want to compete and we want to be the best. And after Friday night, we'll support each other for every other game. But he tells me all the time, he says, I hope you go 9-1 this regular season. So, but, a father figure to me stepped in for me when with Dad. And, him and Dad were partner in crimes for 17-plus years. And so it's just really cool. We're going to be a little emotional, but get to go over there and hug his neck and tell him good luck. And then we get to battle for 4 quarters. It's going to be a really cool experience. And, you look behind me at those trophies back there, those wouldn't be possible without that guy right there. And he's one of the, I'd say, the best coach to do it. And other people's eyes, one of the best coaches to do it. I always put him and Coach Benefield up there together for sure. Yeah. 2 of the greatest guys and 2 mentors that I get to talk to all the time. Yeah, that's both of those guys right there. Yeah. You can argue tick for tack or whatever, but what those 2 guys have accomplished, they ain't much arguing. It's kind of factual at this point. Absolutely. And also, it's a good little kind of in-county game that people are going to be looking to. All the relationships that go with the game. Plus, I think that Host Bluff and Southside play Thursday. Etowah's off Friday, so if you don't have anything to do for Friday night, Westbrook will be a good place to be. And they're going to be ready. They got a great team. He's done a good job. Obviously when he got to Piedmont, he's done the same thing. When he got to Piedmont wasn't the Piedmont that we know now, and he's the reason that they're where they're at. And it took him 3 to 4 years, and he won a state championship. So he's going to have those guys ready. They're going to be disciplined. They're going to do the right things, and they're going to play physical. They're going to play tough, and they got a really good quarterback in Brody Blevins, and we got to slow him down and try to find ways to score the football. Coach, when you jumped into this job and you seen that game on schedule, obviously it means a whole lot to you to go against your former somebody you've really kind of looked up to your whole life. But also, we're over in region play. Yeah. Right? Oh yeah. So you guys are in a 9-team region. Is that correct? 9-team region. Yeah. So this game means even more because this has all the implications of everything. Not putting the cart ahead of the horse, but talk about that a little bit. How whatever kinks we had to get worked out against Southeastern. Okay, that's over. Now this is like real time. This really means a lot. Yeah, and we talk about it all the time. Our region is one of the toughest regions in the state in any classification, and you jump in there in a 9-team region, it's tough. They put a lot of good teams in our region, and that's what we talk about. If you come out of our region, you got a good chance to go far in the playoffs. And there's not one week during region play or any week on our schedule that you can just kind of relax. All of them are great coaches. All of them have great players and great tradition programs. And Westbrook's going to be ready to play, and they know what's at stake too. A lot of people pick them to be at the higher end of the region for preseason, so we know that going in, and we got to come with our best game and be ready to play. So, like I said, Coach Smith's going to have them ready to play. They're going to be fired up because this is their first real game, and they played a jamboree against Hoax Bluff, and we got to play our first game. We'll be off, later on our bye week, but this will be their first game and first home game for them, so they're going to be fired up and ready to play. Yeah, like you said, the crowd's probably going to be enormous. I'm talking about, like you said, Glencoe and Southside play Thursday, and Etowah's off, so yeah, I expect a huge crowd over there, which is good though. You guys had a huge crowd here. Let's talk about that for a second. How these people here at Glencoe showed up
in droves for that game. And I mean, this place was, packed out. Talk about that a little bit, and how awesome was that to look up over your shoulder and see that much support?
Yeah, it was really cool. Once the spirit line got back up into the crowd and you could kind of see just how much the stands have filled up, it was really, really cool experience. I think our guys fed off the energy. I think that's why they were playing so fast and had the effort. They looked up there and saw a lot of people supporting them. This community, they brought guys out here. We're tailgating out here, and had some food out there, and they had some food going over there. Just a really fun experience that I know that Glencoe can be, and the Glencoe Athletic Foundation always does a great job. They had the concession stand going. It was packed over there. The band Booster Club concession stand was packed. Southeastern brought a good crowd as well. So just to be able to look up in the stands and see your people supporting you and cheering for you means a lot. And then our student section did a great job, as well as our cheerleaders and band. They got us fired up, and they were loud. Sometimes they were even loud when we were on offense, and that kind of, you probably messed with our guys a little bit. But I told them, guys, you got to get used to that, because that's what we want, is people to be in the stands.
That's
and
right.
When we go away, it's going to be like that. So,
that's right.
I said, a good example might be Friday night at Westbrook, because their student section does a great job. Miss Neal, she does a great job with that school, and everything that they value and do over there is great. They're going to be respectful, and but they're going to get after you. It's a good little rivalry, and I love it. Me and Coach Smith talked about hopefully where that can be a good, fun rivalry again.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, those two programs right here that definitely have made strides in a short period of time. But no, absolutely, that rivalry is going to be good, and to have that kind of crowd support. It's got to be awesome to have that kind of mojo right now. And you hit on something else. Band, cheerleaders. These are all people that's pouring into this, administration. Talk about that. I mean, this is what's happening here at Glencoe last week, and what we're going to be seeing here in the future. It's going to be a village.
Yeah, I told the guys the other day, our volleyball team played at home against Hoax Bluff. And
I was there. That was insane.
Yeah, so you got to see that, and the stands were packed. It was the first game, and they only pulled one side of the bleachers out to kind of give room for they were running double courts, and we had a majority of the football team come up and say, "Hey, Coach, we want to get a student section going. Where can we go?" So I asked Coach Barkley if they could go up on the thing, as long as they didn't, hang over the bleachers or do anything crazy. And them guys, I mean, we were serving, they were doing their little cheers. They were up there just cheering on, and I think that is a big deal.
Absolutely.
Coach Smith talks about it with his guys. I want, everybody to support everybody, and that's how I want it to be here. I want every sport to support every other sport. I thought they did a great job of supporting them. And in return, those girls came and were in the student section supporting the guys, and we want to support every sport here. And I just think that's hopefully that can be a culture shift for everybody, and we can all get on the same page. And me and you've talked about it before. Glencoe can be a very good place and they have a very good community, and so I'm excited to see how we can go forward with this. And I want these guys to go support everybody.
That's right, because majority of them's out there on Friday night supporting you, so I agree. Coach, before we shut it down, I always like to turn it back over to the coach for final thoughts, anything you would like to talk about.
Well, I just want to say, I want Coach Smith to know I love him. I appreciate everything he's done for me in my whole career, and he, he's always encouraging me, and just want to know that I love him. I love Sean. This week I'm turning my phone off to them, so I'm just messing with them. But I'm excited to see them Friday night. I'm excited to be there. Westbrook's a special place, holds a special place in my heart. With how they treated my dad, and like I said, it's gonna be weird going over there and him not walking out of that door.
Yeah.
And not being on the sideline, but like I said last week, I know he's gonna be there with me. It's gonna be really cool to just have that experience over there. And then we're looking forward to going 1-0, and hopefully we can do that. And our guys have been preparing hard, and they know what's at stake with a region game. So I think it'll be a very good test to see what kind of football team we're going to be going down the road. And we gotta stop their guys, and they got some good guys over there. So and they're going to be physical. Coach Smith's going to have them very disciplined, and we're very excited, and just hope that the black and gold travels very well like they usually do, and see how it goes.
Coach, appreciate you sitting in with us again, and looking forward to coming back out here each and every week throughout the season. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Go Jackets.